On Friday night, we saw one of the biggest altcoin capitulations that we've seen in a very long time. Now, this comes after a massive run up in the beginning part of the year, and as the entire economy is expecting some kind of massive, unprecedented recession. Let's get into it because there has been a lot of blood on the highway, and I'll tell you exactly my strategy and how I've been approaching this over the last several months and what I think is the right path going forward. Now, if you take a look here on the 7-day changes, what you see is everything besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, which, yeah, they're down, they're bruised up. But look at this, BNB, negative 22%. XRP is actually chilling. Cardano, negative 29%. Solana, negative 29%. Polygon, 27%. These are absolutely massive, massive drops. Now, there's two ways to look at what happened here. And there was a ton of rumors going around crypto Twitter. But effectively, what we're looking at is a massive cascade in the non-top two coins. Effectively, Bitcoin and Ethereum were somewhat protected from this, but everything else dumped like crazy. And this is the same week that the lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase started to materialize, and we really understand the charges against CZ and Binance and the charges against Coinbase. Now, what's really interesting to see here is that these lawsuits probably surprised the crypto public, and there wasn't a tremendous amount of time to react. One way to look at this is that on Friday night, right as people were wrapping up their weeks, the big trading shops, there was a massive coordinated dump. It happened in the nighttime for the United States. So this could have been some Asian hedge funds. I'm not 100% sold on a narrative as to what was behind it. This could also just be the inevitability of liquidity drying up, but it was so coordinated and so brutal. It really felt like a bunch of big players were trying to play into the fact that things that are not Bitcoin and Ethereum are effectively just completely rugging the liquidity. Since then, coins have bounced a little bit, but certainly nothing convincing. So the real question is, what's going to happen next? Well, if we're going to look at Trader XO here, who's called it pretty accurately, effectively what they're looking for is an 85% retrace here. To make it clear what that means, if you're looking back at the 2018 levels, you would see an 85% correction, which would bring us back here to this peak area, which we hit in early 2018. Again, this was part of the Michael Saylor breakout in late 2020. That would be absolutely brutal and would certainly bring in new lows on a lot of different coins. Do I know if we're going to get that? I don't know. But as you know on this channel, I have been very slow to deploy anything more than small percents of my portfolio at any given price target. And that's because in the macro environment, this bear market can take some real nasty twists and turns. In this particular case, we have a regulatory wave as well as a macro wave, and that gives us enough reason to be cautious and to deploy little by little. I know personally, I still have a ton of liquidity ready to buy these dips in the event that we get some new low prices. Again, we can't predict the future, and I don't pretend like I have a crystal ball here. However, I do believe that I will never forgive myself if crypto recovers, has another beautiful cycle like our last one, and I wasn't heavily accumulating here during the cycle low. You're starting to see all kinds of market participants losing their patience, completely calling it quits, leaving the industry, giving up on their bags, capitulating based on emotion, based on price, based on time. All of these things are natural parts of the cycle, and yet we are still in the year before the halving. The halving next year, which should start igniting the passions of the next crypto bull cycle, will be kicking off middle to end of 2024. So for me, until we start seeing the 4-year cycle or the next cycle not materialize on time, if we're in early 2025 and there isn't really any meaningful price movements, until then, I'm going to continue accumulating according to my plan. And having a plan makes it much easier when you get into the thick of it and start seeing some unprecedented, some wild capitulation like we've seen on Friday. Again, I'm here to buy low and sell high. And so as things crash, deploying little bits of my sideline capital each and every time I see blood on the highway, that is my strategy. I hope this video helps you. Again, it was either a hedge fund that blew up or potentially just some whales dumping and pulling their liquidity out from the retail market. Either way, I'm going to stick to my plan, accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the coins that I believe will live to see another day. As always, if you enjoyed this one, make sure to click this video. It's even better than the one you just watched, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.